Welcome everybody to another video of Vinyl Addict. This is Chili and I'm going to show you some records from my favorite tribute cover band, Zakk Sabbath. Okay, so before I get into this, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment on this video, share this video, and if you still haven't, please subscribe to the channel by hitting the notification bell for updates. And with that out of the way, okay, let's get into this. Okay, so Zakk Sabbath is a power trio comprised of Zakk Wylde from Ozzy, Black Label Society. Okay, so he put this band together, this trio of Joey Castillo on drums, who's played with Danzig, Queen of the Stone Age, Blasko, Rob Nicholson, Rob Zombie. Okay, so here's a picture of them. Now this was founded in 2014, this group, and it's an organic, I feel, band. And their first album or record, it was live, that came out in 2017, was live in Detroit, and it's comprised of just 3 songs. Side A, War Pigs, Side B, Supernaut, and Fairies Wear Boots. Okay, so here is how it looks inside. He has, at the time, his version of the SG, because that's what Tony Iommi plays. And, you know, Zakk has said that he is a Sabbath disciple. You know, he's played Black Sabbath songs with his friends, you know, way back in the day, you know, before, you know, he was an Ozzy, or even before Pride and Glory. Just that was his thing. He loved Black Sabbath. And, you know, he play keg parties, he says, and he's all, I'm still doing the same thing. I'm still playing Black Sabbath songs because he loves them, you know. And so it became like this organic thing, you know. So he started just playing Sabbath songs, and then, you know, then he just said it, you know, called the band Zakk Sabbath. And I think it's, you know, it's very fitting because it sounds like Black Sabbath, you know. I mean, especially some of the vocals, because, you know, you're hanging around Ozzy like 24/7 for how many years, touring with them, making albums. You could probably just really sound like Ozzy when playing these songs. However, you know, he does have his trademark sound on his guitar playing, you know, his pinch harmonics and that kind of thing while he's soloing, and he still keeps the same Iommi vibe, and then he kind of just, you know, adds his little thing to it, and it still feels like as if it's, these songs are his, even though they're Black Sabbath songs. But, you know, they just pretty much cross that invisible line into Zakk Sabbath, and it works. And the spirit that he holds for this movement or this band is, you know, it's very heartfelt, and you could tell with the release of this studio album called Vertigo, which was released in 2020, and it was in lieu of the 50-year anniversary of the first Sabbath album coming out. And so what he did in this power trio is record the first album in the same studio Black Sabbath recorded the album. And, you know, from front to back, you got Black Sabbath, The Wizard, Wasp, Behind the Wall of Sleep, basically NIB. Side 2, Wicked World, A Bit of Finger, Sleeping Village, and Warning. And it's just amazing. And here we go. There was different colored variants of this. There was a red, there was a purple. This one right here is a bright sun or yellow, which is really cool. And it has the little spiral, kind of hypnotic little thing at the label where when it's spinning, it's really cool. And so this album was only released on vinyl to keep in the spirit of when this album came out, because he felt, well, there was no digital format of CD or streaming, and so in that spirit, it just came out on vinyl and vinyl only. So a lot like these other albums, you know. So this one is, I believe, only on vinyl. However, it may, because I don't remember seeing Zakk Sabbath on Spotify, but maybe this song, yes, this is a compilation of Volume 4 redo, and Zakk Sabbath is here. The last song they do is the same album, listing is the same. They do Under the Sun, Every Day Comes and Goes. Um, Other artists on here, of course, Matt Pike from Sleep is on here. He does FX, Spirit Adrift, does Supernaut. So there's different bands. The Obsessed does Tomorrow's Dream, but I bought this, of course, for Zakk Sabbath, and they do just an amazing version of that song, and so I feel like this is, to me, a real great tribute band while it's still an original band in a weird sense. And I say more so than what he's doing with Pantera. I feel Pantera is him, just like, he was even saying, I got to learn these songs. It's not something that he wanted to learn. I know that he and Dimebag are really great friends and whatnot, and he's an accomplished musician, guitarist. He could step in and do whatever, But I feel this is his more, how would you say, this is his real element, because like I said, even like doing the live stuff, Zakk comes from a bluesy kind of long jamming kind of school, like the Allman Brothers. He's big on them. He's covered them like on the Generation X album, and so this is just more up his alley. Where Dimebag Darrell was he was a Van Halen disciple, and very technical kind of stuff, that kind of metal, tone. Where Zakk is much, like I said, much more looser, and it. I just feel like this is his element, and perhaps I wouldn't really care about seeing Pantera with Zakk there. As a Zakk Wild fan, I'd rather just see him play Zakk Sabbath with Ozzy. Like the Patient Number 9 stuff was really good that he did on there, and Black Label Society, just his own kind of stuff. But hopefully that stuff will end soon. But leave me a comment below. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on Zakk Sabbath? Do you feel it's a really genuine kind of heartfelt kind of tribute from a person who really, really is into that band? Or do you feel it's like Pantera, where it's just like, okay, let's go out and make some money. With that, I'll shut up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.